Hello, what's going on? My name is Greg. This video is the beginning of my trip to Barcelona. Here I am, it's September 14th. I have my tickets to Barcelona. I have my tickets to Skate Low Barcelona. And I'm going with my good friend, Mike Shane. I'm bringing my camera. I'm looking to document this trip extensively. I have no idea what to expect.
There's no try, only do.
I'm literally going with no expectations. I'm just kind of gonna be there, vibe out, hopefully document some amazing athletes, skaters, performers. Again, I'm just going in with like an open mind, an open heart, and I'm looking to skate around like crazy in Barcelona. That I am so stoked on. Again, this is like the pre-flight nervous sort of check-ins. It's just going to be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just sort of like in disbelief still, you know? So we'll see what happens, right? This is Editing Greg chiming in just to give some context to things. Air Canada, the main airline that I took from the US to Barcelona, I had to transfer over in a Canadian airport. Big giant pain in the butt. Their customs are no joke. I'm cracked out. They also lost a bag of mine. I'm missing a whole bag full of drones and clothes, but I'm feeling pretty good. What can I say? I'm just hoping everything works out. Please tell me this bag is gonna get to my ending destination, Barcelona. Like, yeah, of course. They literally were like, yes, we got this. We do this all the time. And guess what? It didn't show up. It was somewhere over the Atlantic Ocean for a day and a half. I had that panic getting off the plane, feeling all sorts of frazzled, 8-hour flight. Had a little mild freak out at the baggage claim because it's like half of my camera equipment's in there, all of sort of the important things that I utilize, and my clothes. I had clothes in there, and yeah, so that was a bit stressful, but I tried not to let it get to me. And I wound up having a fantastic time. I just put my faith in Air Canada's lost baggage system that I would get my lenses, my drones, my underwear, all within hopefully the next couple of days. So this is Mike and I checking in. The main sort of event, the venue, which is right around the corner, right next to the beach. Mike had an important thing to film that was work related. And this is him talking to Michelle, the organizer, very briefly before going to do his own job. And I went and explored by the beach a little bit. I filmed Mike a little bit behind the scenes. And then I got to film some people and us skating together.
What's happening? Greg, your glasses are tripping me out. That's on purpose? That's a real thing? Alright, I'm taking these fucking pants off.
This is going to be sort of like the little linear montage of the day. I'll chime in when necessary, to add any more context, but yeah, there you go. Roller Rouge. And look at this guy over here. He's free, he's done with his job, and he's wilding out. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go bestie. Love this dude. Beautiful human, doing the crab stance, side stance, whatever you want to call it, like a masterful crab. Oh my God, the lights here, just the Mediterranean sun and the clouds. Look at this whole little section here of him skating freely. I love it. I love it so much. We got a little playa dust on the rink. We're like re-energized somehow after being on a plane for 8 hours plus, airports, check-ins and whatever. And yeah, we just went for it. Oh man, what a beautiful, beautiful place. This is me skating.
all the different skate cultures from around the world. Seeing different, yes, right? Everybody, woo! Yeah, that's right. So we got 3 people today, 3 different groups that are gonna be performing. And then the next 2 days we have at 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and again 5 to 10, and again on Sunday. So, what's up, Byron? So, without further ado, this first act needs the entire ring. So she's asking everyone to exit off because it is hazardous.
All right, I'm just gonna talk over this because I don't want to get copyright stricken. At this point, there were 3 performers that performed in the main rink, and this one was really cool. She was using like one of those giant rings that people swing around in, and we had to go check into our Airbnb because, well, you know, you need a place to sleep. So we had to skip out a little early on the performances. And this is Mike and I, pizzaing down the little hill. But this is our little commute to our Airbnb. And this is Mike talking to his friends that run some really cool events as well. And I think they were helping out with Skate Love Barcelona. And Slobo, the guy on the right, helped us, like Mike, check in. And he's just super duper helpful. They got us into like the drink and chat and drink, whatever it was called. But yeah, so that was cool. And this is my first roll, my virgin roll down the streets of Barcelona, and I gotta say, it's freaking magnificent. Just this simple commute alone made me so happy that there's so much room and so much smooth ground to be skated here. It's just incredible. It kind of made me like flash back to when I was a kid living in Soviet Russia, with just like the kind of like architecture and the trees and again like some weird like senses of smells and sights that gave me this crazy pang of nostalgia when it comes to like sort of like the way the city is set up. I don't even know how to put my finger on it, because I mean, like, you know, like old Soviet Russian buildings are like very brutalist and industrial, and this is much less. I don't know. It's got a European feel, I guess. Maybe that's what it was, but it was vibes. Vibes are heavy. We got to our Airbnb in one piece. We were able to check in, and then we had a little bit of a rest, had some food, and we went into. No, I don't think we even actually ate food. We managed to. You'll see later. We went to the thing called Chat and Drink and Chat. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. I'm just sort of pulling this from my memory. But they had free food there, and we kind of ate that for dinner, I think. But yeah, it's just what an incredible experience. This is just day one. I'm trying to edit day two as I'm doing this. I've been editing this day one for like the last, like, I don't know, 2 months on and off. Just like, you know how it is. You either have like the steam for it or you don't. But yeah, this is sunset, beautiful Barcelona sunset. The sun is setting over the hills. And I'm in awe, I'm in wonder. We're just skating by the beach towards our destination, and it's just the most gorgeous scenery you can imagine. Highly recommend anybody who's got wheels under their feet to visit Barcelona at least once and bring your skates. It's amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna let this run and finish, and I'm gonna continue on working on day two. Look at those colors, dude. Yeah, there's me freaking out about just this freaking speedboat and the hills and everything. Just the light, incredible, beautiful, grateful. Peace.
As you wish, my friend.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot this upcoming clip right here. This is Michelle's mom at the event giving like this really sweet speech of how proud she is of her daughter, and just all this beautiful, just it was a very touching moment, and there was not a dry eye in the place. So incredible. Just wanted to pop this in here. Again, if you are a skater of any kind, quad, inline, I would highly recommend checking this event out and meeting other like-minded people. It's a beautiful thing. I definitely, this whole experience to me felt personally life-changing in a positive way. So I will leave you with that, and have a great rest of your day.
And now she's seeing it for the first time, and now she can be very grateful and very happy.
Estoy bien contenta por todo lo que todos me han hablado de ella.
For all what everybody has said about her.
Estoy orgullosa.
I'm very proud of what my daughter is. I'm from Panama.
Tengo 5 hijos.
I have 5 kids.
Ella es mi quinta hija.
She's my youngest one.
La menor. He venido, no sabía que venía. Me han dado
I
una
didn't know I was
sorpresa.
coming, and it was a surprise for me
Este regalo de viaje.
to come to this place as a present for this trip.
Pero de verdad que estoy de regreso a mi Panamá.
I've come back to my
Mucho
family
orgullo y
with a
feliz.
lot of pride. I'm very happy.
Muy feliz.